We are back, everybody. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to finally be here celebrating a win with everybody. Oh man, this feels so good. It feels good to be back in the win column, picking up points, moving up in the standings, right? And be able to have a dance party with all of you as well, of course. I mean, that's the best part about this. Thanks everybody for joining us here for Emerald City Hockey Post Game Live, presented by Flat Stick. Hey, think about this. I finally get to throw this up, talk about that post-game special. If you went to the game, you could head over to the South Lake Union location, and instead of having to, drown your sorrows with $1 off beer after a loss, you get to celebrate with $1 off beer after a win. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk about that when it comes to the flat stick promotion. But oh man, I got to imagine people there jumping up and down, celebrating. I got to imagine it's a good time, good party over at Flat Stick Pub, celebrating this Kraken win, just like it's going to be here for the next hour or so, as we all get to celebrate this Kraken win. I know everybody's excited. I've got some super chats there. I might be jumping the gun if somebody's already got one in there, but I have to do it because this bottle has been sitting here on my desk for the last 2.5 weeks, taunting me, and it's lemon lime Gatorade time, baby. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, it feels good to finally crack that thing open. I keep putting it back in the fridge, taking it out, putting it back in the fridge. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but it tastes really, really good. Let me tell you. Oh man, everybody. Woo! Love it. All right. Schultz with the super chat to kick us off. That's what a win feels like. Tolvey deserved the empty net. It's an interesting empty net goal, too. The way he just kind of chopped at it and eventually went in there. That was fantastic. I mean, look, a lot of guys deserve to get on it. So many good things about this game, and I know we're going to get to it all over the course of the next hour here. There's just so many positive things to talk about. The Yanni Gord line, right? They've been producing, they've been playing so hard, they've been playing so well, right? For Tolvey to get one feels great for sure. I think that's, you're right on the money there, Schultz. Just there's so much about it. I mean, there's so many good things, so many good things. I mean, just the fourth line producing for this team. Yamamoto, getting the goal after it had been a long time for him, nearly a full calendar month. Joey's first shutout. I mean, there's so many things we're gonna get to. I can't wait to get to it all with everybody. Christian with the super chat there, going from nothing to say for so long to too much to say in this game, but in a good way. You can finally have your lemon lime Gatorade, Dylan. Oh, I am. Oh, it tastes so good, Christian. Tell me about it. Last game, it was tough. It was really, really tough finding things to talk about, and trying to look on the positive and on the bright side of stuff. And now I'm just like, what do I even get to first? James with another super chat here. Looks like it was just a sticker, but I'll read your comment down here. Evan's one of our best defenders. He's playing like it. I mean, the whole blue line really stepped up in this one. Everybody did on the team, really, if we're going to be honest with ourselves. But yes, Riker Evans looks like a stud. He's playing fantastic, gets his first career point tonight on a beautiful feed out to Belmar. I mean, that's the Riker that we've all been waiting for. That's the Riker that's had us so excited, whether he was playing in junior, whether he was playing with the Firebirds. I mean, he made some good defensive plays tonight. He was able to, steal pucks and then skate it up out of the zone, make some good lead passes into the zone, right? Or in that case, just able to hold onto the puck and make a beautiful play, coming around from behind the net, feed it out in front, find the guy in a great scoring chance. I mean, that's just a special play. Not a lot of defensemen make plays like that. Riker Evans can, and oh man, he was on full display tonight. I'm with you, James. I think Riker Evans is already one of our better defensemen, believe it or not. B with the super chat here. First career shutout for Joey Decord. I thought Maddie and Riker were really good too. Man, what a good win to watch. Love to see it. This was easily, it was the best game this month. Not that that was a high bar to clear. It's the best game in a while, I'd say, since the Sharks game, really, right? And that one was just, it was almost like watching just somebody beat up on somebody, what didn't deserve to be in the fight. This one was just a really solid all-around win. I love that you kick it off with the all caps first career shutout for Joey Decord. It's been a long time coming for him. He totally deserves it. He has played so well for the Kraken here. just his whole path to the NHL taken longer than he probably wanted, taken longer than a lot of us wanted, right? Whether it was before he joined the Kraken or then, joining the Kraken for these last couple of years. But to get in there, get a shutout against a good team, he had to make some big saves, including in the first period, right? Keep the Kraken, in it. Don't let the other team score first. We know that's been a big deal for the Kraken. All of the guys have been mentioning it, right? Hackstall's been mentioning it, saying, look, we want to get on the board first. Joey made some phenomenal saves in the first period to get on the board first. Just, so fantastic. So happy for him. Nobody deserves it more than Joey Daccord. He's just a wonderful person, wonderful human being. Love this for him. And yeah, Riker I talked about, but Maddie, to the second part of your super chat there, B, Maddie looked really good tonight, right? They changed things up a little bit. They were going with some more controlled zone entries. Maddie looked a lot more confident. He looked a lot more comfortable. You're seeing him in the offensive zone, cycle down and around the goal. He was dropping below the goal line, going around behind the net. That's some classic Maddie Beniers behavior. I think Maddie, keep an eye on him. If this change is going to stick for what the Kraken are trying to do right now, offensively, how they want to break into the zone, all that kind of stuff, look out for Maddie to maybe turn things around in the scoring department here. Gregory with the super chat, Lemon Lime, Gatorade time, baby. Joey with his first shutout, Evans with his first point, Yorgi with one of the sweetest passes, Yamamoto, hashtag finally a W. Oh, Gregory, it's been so long, so long. I will take another sip of the lemon lime Gatorade here for you. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, all of that. We talked about Joey, talked about Evans. That Will Borgen pass to Yamamoto, just the way he sees it, right? I thought Nick Olchek did a great job on the Root Sports Intermission Report talking about how he steps up into that pass, because that gives you a lot more oomph you can put on it, helps with the accuracy. It was just a great play by Will Borgen. What a finish by Yamamoto too, right? Getting back on the board. First time since that Islanders game way, way, way back. So really, really love that. I mean, there's just so much of this. So much of this is just fantastic. It's all good stuff. Can't stop saying that. It's just all good stuff. Let's see. Gary, bobblehead goal. That's right. Wenberg scoring on bobblehead night. Doesn't happen very often. Love to see it. Love that for Wenberg too. Beautiful goal too, off a post and in. It was fabulous. Tolvi Day goal. Garth Point, Joey Donut, fourth line fire, fish eating, Davy Jones hat. Let's freaking go from Gary. Love the super chat, Gary. Thank you very much. Yes, so this was something I thought about earlier today, was like, the Davy Jones hat has not been able to be passed around in quite some time, unfortunately. And it dawned on me, I was there for the last time it was after that Sharks game. Would have been the last time it went to Brandon Tanev. I don't know if they've already done it, if the media's in the room yet, or any of that kind of stuff. It's got to be Joey Daccord, right? Like, first career shutout. It has to be Joey tonight. I have to assume we're going to see a Joey Daccord with the Davy Jones hat. I have to. I that's where I would put my money for sure. Gotta believe it's going there. Comic binge before I jump into my Mando 4Ks. Ooh, fun. Huge win. It was. Hope you enjoy those. I know you've been looking forward to them. Yeah, no, just absolute huge win. Team really needed this one. So fantastic. So fantastic. Chip, slow first, decent second. We hit the nitro in the third and didn't let up. I'm so happy for Joey and the team. Hopefully this is us kicking the slump. I think it is. Just look, they made some adjustments. The team looks so much better for the adjustments, right? First period, look, defense played really well. There was a couple hiccups in the first period. Joey was there to bail them out. That's all you need, right? That's what you need. And then from there, the defense was on it. They were focused. They had this full 60-minute effort. The forwards looked fantastic. The way they were entering the zones, the dump and chase was not really there tonight, right? They were going for controlled zone entries, or they were looking for other ways of, once they dumped it in, what can we do here? Just everybody looks so much better. I have to think that this is going to stick for a little while, and the team is going to play better because of it. I think this is a really, really good adjustment that the team has made so far. And we'll see if they're done too, right? Like, they can keep going from here. This would just be like maybe even the first step into something more. So credit to the coaching staff for that. And I really do think that that's part of the reason this turned around. That and the fact that, look, It was just bound to happen at some point too, right? Like the team, we knew they were getting a little unlucky when it came to finishing. It's good to see that turn around. But like I said, the big thing is the defense being there, helping out Joey Decord, helping him get to his first career shutout. That I think is going to be here to stay for a little while as well. DJ Singleton with the super chat. Time for the 8-game winning streak. That's right. I will take 7 more wins in a row here. I absolutely love that idea. Seth, Wild shut it, lit the fire. I agree. The shutout loss to the Wilds, I think that was kind of like a wake up call. I think that was one of those like, all right, enough is enough kind of moments. And it was one of those things that did spark, you scored 6 goals in your last 5, been shut out twice in your last 5 game. I think that's why we saw them at morning skate this morning, working on different things and different ways of entering the zone. And then we saw it tonight in the game, those controlled zone entries, the fact that they were looking for those stretch passes. They're sending guys up into the neutral zone when they get it over. We see the stretch pass from Borgen. There was a couple other times where we saw some long stretch passes to try to get guys in there, right? Maybe on a breakaway, maybe in a 2-on-1 type situation. We were seeing that a couple times, right? The Wenberg goals are a 2-on-1 situation. And so I really like these adjustments that they made. And I'm with you, Seth. Those are adjustments made because they got shut out last game, for sure. Becca with the super chat. First game this season that Maddie looked like he remembers. He loves hockey and is really good at it. I'm telling you, that system, look, it just was not agreeing with him. Did not look comfortable in it. Maddie looks so much more comfortable and confident tonight. Oh my gosh, he looks so confident. Looked like he was totally on top of things, playing fantastic. He always played hard, right? That was the one thing we could always say about him, was he was playing hard. He just didn't look like he fully had a grasp on the best ways to succeed in that previous system. Not going to be a problem with the way they were playing tonight. So as long as this continues, and why wouldn't it? You just won 4-0 to break an 8-game skid. Matty Beniers, like I said earlier, look out for Matty Beniers. Seriously, look out for Matty Beniers here. Dave with the super chat, no comment. Ooh, let me see if I can scroll and I'll find a comment from you, Dave, around it. Talk about the defense from our boys, just awesome. I lost my when Belly scored. I mean, look, people have been talking about the fourth line, right? We let the fourth line walk from last year. We knew what the depth scoring that they brought to this team was, how important that was for the Kraken. They were obviously missing that. Tonight, fourth line steps up big, right? You get the Yamamoto goal, you get the Belmar goal. It's a big deal. They really kind of helped get things going, right? You get the first goal, first time you've scored first in a while with that Yamamoto goal. Bam, that's a huge deal for the Kraken to be in that spot, because they just haven't been in it in so long. And then later you get the Belmar goal. I'm pretty sure came second, right? And then it's like, okay, we're extending the lead. Now we're in a better spot than we were before, where we were kind of trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead, right, for a while. Now you're scoring early into the third period, get up by 2, opens things up, puts a lot more pressure on the Panthers. Fourth line absolutely got the job done tonight. They were fantastic. Chip super chat, we had so many stick pokes breaking up their passes, and we played up to Florida's physicality. Can't not mention the PKs tonight too. I'm very happy you brought this up, Chip. Those 2 penalty kills in the middle of the second period, absolutely massive. Cannot be understated how important those were. I mean, they were not only do you kill off the penalties, you keep the Panthers off the board. That's certainly important, especially because the game was 0-0 at that time. The other aspect of it was they were playing so well, they weren't even allowing shots on net. I think those 2 power plays combined was only 1 shot on goal. Like, oh my gosh, that penalty kill was just fantastic from the Kraken there. They were just so on top of it. I'm with you. The physicality was there, showed that you don't have to have the dump and chase to be heavy on the forecheck. You can punish the opposing team's defenders. You can be heavy on the forecheck and win puck battles without having to dump and chase the puck. And I think we saw a really good example of that tonight. This would be the kind of thing that I would use and show as examples if I was doing film study with younger players of ways of doing that, of still being physical, still pushing on a forecheck, still getting that job done without having to say dump and chase and go through that whole rigmarole and all of that stuff that's involved. I thought the Kraken, like I said, the adjustments they made were just fantastic. Physicality was definitely there for sure. Chip, DJ Singleton, another one here. Shout out Hack. Transition looked great today. didn't it? Like I said earlier, they had the stretch passes. They were going for those home run plays. And you know what? They were connecting on a lot of them. And even if they weren't, you had somebody there to beat out the icing, right? We saw that Brandon Tanev did that on one of those plays. So there's a lot of positive things about the way they were breaking out of the zone tonight. I think I really, really like that. And yeah, and like I said, the rest of the offensive zone stuff, I'm with you. Credit to Hack for making the correct adjustments here for sure. Seth with another super chat, same same thing there we talked about with the Wild thing. Appreciate that, Seth, really, really do. And then Light here with the super chat. I'd like to think Riker saw what you ranked him on your prospect list and got so angry that he decided to totally alter his play and become a solid two-way defenseman. Look, I said it after last game. I was wrong, right? He's proving me wrong. He is all the stuff that I said I was unsure about, or I didn't know that he could do, or I hadn't seen from him really in Coachella Valley. He's doing at the NHL level, and that is so key and so important. He is playing fantastic. I am more than happy to say that I was wrong, to have him prove me wrong, to eat crow here. I have zero problems doing that because it means he is playing fantastic at the NHL level, and he is helping the Kraken win games. And that's all that matters. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. That's all that matters is the Kraken are winning. And yeah, because the reason that I had him ranked lower was because he was really struggling with some of that defensive stuff. You could tell he was really focused on it. He was really, really trying, but it hadn't clicked for him yet. And I was worried, given his age, given how long he's had to kind of develop and to work on this and to have it click. The reason I ranked him a little lower was just because I was like, all right, he's in put up or shut up time, right? We talked about the timelines on that prospect live chat over on the Patreon. We talked about the timelines for defensemen. He's kind of pushing the upper edge of that. And it was like, is it going to click? Yes or no? And he really had this season to make those defensive changes and have them click for him. And sure enough, he has here at the NHL level. Could not be happier for him. I hope he's beaming. I mean, he's another guy who could, you know what? He could maybe get the Davy Jones hat. I know I said earlier I'd put my money on Decord. I'd stick with that. I think first career shutout's a big deal. First career point and how well he played tonight, Riker Evans. It wouldn't shock me, I guess what I'm saying is if Riker Evans ended up with the hat tonight. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Appreciate that a ton. 16 of them to kick off the stream. Really, really appreciate that. Going to move over into the comment section now. There's about like 1.5 million comments, it looks like here. So I'm going to kind of do a quick speed run here, and then I'm probably just going to jump down to the bottom of chat. You all know the drill. If I skip yours, just go ahead and throw it in at the bottom. But I want to get some of the excited ones from the beginning. Nick kicking us off. Put the word out that we back up. Oh my gosh, the Kraken are definitely back. Walt with the finally. Rare Bearcat with the woot. Oh man, so many good stuff. Rain with the dance party and the emojis. Mega Man Zero with the Joey. There's just, oh man, so much good stuff. All the Joeys love this. Ben, the Joey chance before his first career shutout. I'm not crying, you're crying. If I was, I would have been crying had I not been trying to get the graphic done and all that good stuff. It was fantastic. Love that from the Seattle crowd, right? We've talked about the Seattle crowd so many times through this process. They were there tonight. Oh, such a good game. Hope everyone who was at that game had a fantastic time because it was really it was awesome. It was really, really awesome. James, rank Evans and our defenders, best on offense D after Dunn, solid on D. All I heard when he was at CV was he was taking too many penalties. Doesn't seem to be the case. Let's discuss him. Discussed him a little bit already, thanks to the super chats. I mean, ranking the defenders, I don't know. It kind of seems to change on a nightly basis. I'm with you. He's offensively speaking, I think he is second to Vince Dunn. I think we've already seen that. Again, like I said, that play that he made to pick up his first career assist, it's not a play you see a lot of defensemen at the NHL level make, much less a young one who's only playing in his fourth NHL game. So he's definitely up there with Vince Dunn. He has been solid on D. Again, he hasn't really done too much there, but you know what? That's kind of what the Kraken needed right now. They needed somebody who was just going to kind of stay close to the goaltender, not take any chances, not play aggressively, anything like that. Of course, there's things that he could always work on and improve as he continues to develop at the NHL level. Would love to see him, defend the blue line a little bit more aggressive as other teams are attacking into and entering into the zone. Something, I talk about with Adam Larson, all that kind of stuff. Jamie Alexiak's gotten a lot better at it this year as well. There's stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know that I could do a quick ranking off the fly, but I'm with you. He's probably second after Dunn when it comes to offense, and yeah, he's just playing rock solid D. He is just doing fantastic, and penalties have definitely not been an issue. Um, Bahrain, I will riot if they try to send Evans down. I don't think you're alone. There is no way that they are going to be sending Riker Evans back down. I just can't see it at all. Not at all. Brian Lovett, so great. Thanks, ECH. Now, I thank all of you for being in here. Over 140 now for a little while. All the super chats, everybody, just so happy. Lindsay, first win of December, and the month is almost half over for you. Oh, it took a long time. It definitely took a long time. Nicole with the OMG Coop, what a moment. Edward, rip anybody who sold their tickets to this one. Yeah, not wrong, not wrong. Ricky AZ pointing out 4 goals win every time. That's right. Every time the Kraken get 4 goals, they win the game. That's how this works. Oh, continued tonight. Rare Bearcat. Yeet the fish, Joey. Oh, I'm bummed I missed the yeets. Oh, I'm bummed I missed the yeets starting up the stream. No. Oh, so good. So good. Zoe, we are 6 wins for 7 games on bobblehead night. Is that true? I mean, I have no reason to think that you would be making that up. That's incredible. Oh my goodness, that's an incredible stat. I'm gonna write that down so I can tell RJ that when he joins us. 6 for 7 bobblehead, because that is fantastic. Thank you, Zoe, for that. That is amazing. Great stat there. Lindsay pointing out bobblehead is the key. We need one every game. Let's go. I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. Go check yourself. Sprong Geeky Donato who this game ought to help our shooting percentage. Definitely. Yeah, not lower event than what we were seeing from the Kraken, right? They were going for that high volume offense. Just get the puck, throw it at the net. There's bodies in front. Hopefully that works. It wasn't working. Made that change, made that pivot, go for some more skilled and precision based plays. And look at that. Got a bunch of goals. Got to win. Just saying. Love that. Wasn't exactly what I was talking about in post game lives. It wasn't really what I diagrammed up entirely yesterday on the deep dive. But you know what? It was a change. It's a good change. Team looks great. Guys like Maddie, we've talked about, look great. Love it. Love it. Rebecca, Kraken on the correct side of a get right game. It's so beautiful. Yeah. And you know what? I think we've banked enough that we can probably use a couple get right games up in the next little bit here. I think coming off an 8-game lose streak, the next handful of games all count as a get right game, in my opinion. Love that. Uh, love it. Yes, the expiration date on the Gatorade was probably approaching for sure. Alex with the Riker. Oh, I love it. Nicole pointed out the fourth line sparked it. Talked about it earlier. They were fantastic tonight. Fourth line was absolutely there for this one. Love to see it from them. They deserved it, right? Like they've been playing their hearts out through this whole thing. I think Shore being there back up has helped out a lot as well. I think he's been playing really well, and I think he really suited what the Kraken are trying to do now too. He's another one who really benefits from that change that they are making. And Belmar back at it, 75% on the faceoffs. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yes, everybody. Kraken did win the faceoff battle tonight, and they won the game. It is possible. I'm fine being wrong about that as well. I will. I'm totally fine. Stratic, fourth line followed Hack's directive and put the team on their backs. Agreed, right? That was like the big quote from Hackstall after the morning skate. This morning was about guys putting the team on their back, trying to get something going. Fourth line absolutely did that. You're hitting the nail right on the head there, Stratic, for sure. Brooke, I dropped my Winter Classic jersey off yesterday at KCI to get Borgen put on it, and I am so happy. Love him. Fantastic. Love that for you. I'm still enjoying my Bjorkstrand one here. They look fantastic. And yeah, you know what? Borgen helps make the play that kickstarts all of this, right? It helps make that pass, the breakout pass that sends Yamamoto on his way to kickstart the scoring, get things going. That play does not happen without Will Borgen. So just saying, Brooke, just saying, maybe there was a little something there. I don't know. Christian, was that a new stick for Wenny? He has to stick with it now. That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to ask RJ about that one. I I don't follow that stuff probably as closely as I should, to to be perfectly honest. Light with super chat here. Some notes with Drieger on the team. Kraken undefeated against the Cats. Cartier and Evans both got points. Joey proved the haters wrong. Joey definitely proved the haters wrong. So I'm just like, there's so many reasons why this was so great for Joey Decord. That's just another one. Absolutely love that. Is that true too? Like, again, I have no reason to doubt you. With Drieger on the team, Kraken are undefeated against the Panthers. Interesting, right? I mean, that was the team he used to play for. Fascinating. Very, very interesting. And yeah, love it for the young guys, Riker and Ty Cartier picking up some points tonight. It's what the team needs, right? Top line still a little cold, right? Didn't get anything points wise from them tonight. Doesn't mean they played bad. We've talked about Matty Beniers played very well. Jared McCann does his thing each and every game. We know what he's about. The Yanni Gorgon line was out there. They were doing their thing, but to be able to get those points from some of the depth guys on the team, really, really important. Love that for everybody. Garth shooting up Dylan's prospect rankings. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I don't know. I mean, pretty soon he's just going to be an NHL player. He's not even going to be on the prospect rankings because he'll have graduated. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Stratic Will freaking Borgen had a game. Yes, he did. Just talked about him. Lindsay, it's time to string 2 wins together and get 10 wins on the season versus Chicago on Thursday. That is true. It's big thing that we're not stuck at 8 wins anymore. I was really getting sick of that number. It was time to move on, I will say, from the number 8 in a lot of ways. There's nobody on the team that's number 8. Yeah, okay, there we go. Just double checking. Well, no, there is. There's Brian Dumoulin. Forgot about him. Oh no. Didn't mean Dumoulin. You know that. B, can't express how happy I am with not only the results of this game, but also just the amazing consistent effort. So often this year, they've sat back on a 2-goal lead, but they kept the foot on the gas tonight. Definitely, that's what I said. I think this just fits them better, this whole system and the way that they were going. And you know what? They're motivated. They wanted to get that win. And once things started going right for them, you could see that confidence level was building. And then come the third period, it was just being unleashed. That's going to be so great. They're going to be able to carry that into the next game. It's going to be fantastic. Oh man, so good. So good. Coop, Alexiak had quite a monster game. The whole defense played so fantastic tonight. This is the first game in a while that I don't really remember thinking like, oh, they got behind us there. Oh, there was a little missed something there. You should have maybe cleared that out or a little differently or played it up along the boards. There's just none of that. Like, everybody on defense was just incredible. Like, they were just dialed in, focused, got stuff done. Love to see that for them. And I like the fact that they're looking up ice to make those stretch passes. I like that kind of, let them be a little aggressive there. You've got good players. They can move the puck. Will Borgen isn't one of the first probably 4 guys I would think of on that blue line as far as moving up the puck, making one of those long stretch passes. And yet, sure enough, he was the star of the night doing it. So that's what I'm saying. I really like the way the blue line played tonight. Hopefully that continues. Rayan PK was on fire tonight. I mean, it was perfect on the night. They were really good. Those 2 power plays again, those 2 penalty kills, in the second period helped motivate this team. Talk about the confidence issue, all that stuff. Definitely a part of it. Pucks and Pops pointing out we're 4-2 against Florida. That's right. Cats have always struggled against us. Pablo saying 5-2 versus the Panthers. It's one of those. Panthers definitely struggled playing against the Kraken, though, and I think they've struggled in Seattle a lot as well. Gary, need about 100 of y'all smashing that like button. Appreciate that, Gary. Love that. Lindsay, cats don't like the water of the deep. Confirmed. I'm fine with that. I really am. B, Hackstall, let the record show. I've always believed in you. Ignore any and all bad things I've said about him in recent history. Like this, I mean, this is the way it is. That's the way things go. Whoa! I mean, talking about coaches, Gregory, they fired Greg Berube tonight. And Daniel Askin, was Berube the coach they won the cup with? Yes, he was the coach that they brought in when they were in last place, and they went on to win the cup in 2019. Interesting, fascinating. RJ and I will break all that down on the Red Glare, our Patreon podcast. Link in the description below. How's that for sneaking that in there? It's really interesting. Thanks for throwing that in there, Gregory. Interesting. I know St. Louis had won. They were, one of the teams the Kraken are going to be chasing here. They're going to be making up ground tonight after St. Louis lost. So it's good stuff. Um, let's see. The Kraken were so good with their active sticks tonight. I truly think that was a big difference maker. It was. It helped limit what the Panthers were able to do, and you could tell that the Panthers weren't able to, they were able to kind of get in a little bit into the slot, but Joey was there, and Joey's able to square up on those shots, and Joey's really comfortable and confident when he plays that way, right? We've talked about this. The book on Joey Daccord, at least as far as we're concerned, or as I'm concerned, is you get him down, and then you have to have a second move that you can make, right? You make the first move to get him down, knowing he kind of struggles to recover, and then you can make a second move. Kraken defenders did a great job of, if that first move was made, they weren't going to be able to make a second move, right? That's the big thing there. They did not allow the Panthers to make a second move. And then on top of it, they took it one step forward. They put the Panthers in the spot where they couldn't even afford to just fake the first move. They just had to shoot the puck when they got it. And Joey was there to make all the saves. His glove was on fire tonight. Like, incredible glove saves from him. And he was making them look easy, like super easy. Oh my gosh, such good stuff from Joey Daccord and the Kraken defenseman tonight for sure. B, hasn't the PK been perfect so far on the homestand? Definitely a bright spot through all the previous losses. I don't know specifically if they're perfect. I don't know that offhand, but I will agree with you. They've been fantastic this whole home stretch. Having Brandon Tanev back on that and looking like he's at 100% has been huge. We saw him after those 2 kills in the second period, right? He was absolutely gassed, but it's because he left everything out there on the ice. You love that effort. Love seeing that from everybody. Just really, really good stuff there. Let's see. Lines look great today. Each of them seem to have perfect chemistry. Like I said, this is the kind of system that allows that chemistry to shine, right? The previous system, the way they were all just kind of having the forwards bunch up in front of a net, dump and chase. There's not much there that allows the players to interact and work with each other and to develop things and to come up with new things. Like, I just think that's a really nice thing, is the fact that we got to see the Kraken shine there a little bit. All right. It looks like here I was seeing some stuff. It looks like uh got a little bit of a Canucks fan troll down here. Is that what I'm seeing here? How bad is this situation? Do I need to handle this? Um just talking a bunch of stuff about Maddie. I don't know. Let me know if it was too bad, everybody, and I'll kind of take action here. Um all right, let's see. Super chat here from Dutha. Thank you very much. 3 cheers for it's not go down. There we go. 3 cheers for the fourth line. Belmar was straight fire tonight. Oh man, Belmar was so good. We talked about that, right? It was, what was it, 75% in the faceoff dot. So that's huge. 3/4 of all your faceoff wins. That was big. Gets the goal. That was a sneaky one too. You could tell he wasn't necessarily expecting that pass from Riker Evans. He sees the puck come out. He kind of reaches far back over for it and then just goes for the quick like snap, right? And went in. You could tell from the celebration. I don't know that a Kraken player has ever seemed so fired up for just like a regular season goal the way Belmar was there. The scream that he let out, you could just tell, right? It wasn't a scream, it was a yell, it was a war cry. What we saw there was fantastic. Super happy for him, right? But that was a really skilled play to be able to adjust, picking up that puck late because it's coming through a lot of traffic, picks up the puck late, is able to finish on the play, help Riker get his first NHL point. Belmar really, really did it tonight. He was fantastic. Kraken, Spectacor, that Riker pass was what we needed. Hail Garth. Look, he tried that in game 2, right? He had a play similar to like that. He's kind of done that a couple times. I think, we've talked about the pass. It was a great pass. Love the play. Love him being aggressive, going low in the zone. That's something not a lot of defensemen would do. Love that for him. It shows how comfortable and confident he's getting here already at the NHL level. The big thing is Riker, he's taken a couple of these chances throughout these games, and he's always done it at like the exact perfect time, right? He's waited for his chances and he's made sure it's at a time in which it's appropriate and it works out and he's not getting burned back the other way. I love that about Riker as well. And then Dave with another super chat here. The boys snap the streak. Let's go, Kraken. Always, always on board with that. Always on board with that. And here we go. We got RJ. RJ, I hope it took long because everybody was just celebrating so much that they didn't have time to talk to you, the media.
Well, they did find some time to talk to me, and I'm glad they did because we've got some great quotes and the reactions from the guys. They were very happy, of course, to get this win tonight. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a celebratory mood in the room. Everyone was super happy, and we got some fun things from the guys. So I'll start off with, we got Pierre-Edouard Bellemare first, and he's like a quote machine. But he was talking about that it was really special to be on the other end of Riker Evans' first career point. And I love this line. He said, he's going to be, he's a great player. He's going to be here a long time after I'm done. So he was definitely, singing Riker's praises. But also, he and Yamamoto said, on a little more serious note, like what the key was to finishing this game, because they haven't always held on to these leads late. It was staying aggressive. And they both said that kind of separately, that staying aggressive, staying on the other team, continuing to attack was really the key to getting it done tonight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was just so many things, and we've talked about this all already, RJ. I guess, what was the reactions to, Joey Decor getting his first career shutout?
Yeah, I mean, that's the most fun part. Joey had the best media availability tonight for sure. He was awesome. He was asking,
did he get the hat?
I don't know. He must have. We didn't see the hat in his locker, but
Okay.
there was. There wasn't a whole lot in there. Actually, it kind of got cleared out and everything. So I don't know if he got the hat. He must have gotten the hat. First career shutout, you have to, right? Only other one I could see is maybe Riker Evans for the first career point. Yep. But the hat should belong to Joey tonight. But I mean, so many great things there. I mean, he was asked if he could hear the Joey chants. He's like, it was hard not to, really. And he said he was really appreciative of the fans. He said, everywhere I've gone in my career, I've had such great support, from the fans, and he really appreciates that. As far as, toward the end of the game, do you start thinking about the shutout a little bit? He said, when you kind of get the empty netter, that's when you start thinking about it. You're like, okay, you hope you don't get any shots anymore. Like, all right, guys, let's just dump it down, cycle and change, just keep it going, salt away the clock. And then, because you noticed wow, I'm blanking here. So the goalie was pulled with over 5 minutes to go. I was trying to remember the time.
Paul Maurice gave him a lot of time then to be thinking about that, pulling the goalie 5.5 minutes left, down by 3.
Right. And so he was asked, of course, well, do you start to think about that empty net, right? And he said, yeah, I mean, I think about it, it's there. But he said, because he had that one chance, right, where they dumped it in and he passed the puck off. And he said, yeah, after I decided not to shoot that, Lars came over and he was like, I should let you do it, the Larson look. But I tweeted Joey's face because I took it from the video of the media availability. But Joey gave a great Larson face. But Lars came over and was just like, what are you doing? You kind of expected him to shoot it, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, so that was great from Joey. And I mean, you could tell he was just feeling great after his first career shutout. He also told an interesting story too. It was actually right before his first NHL win. He was with the Ottawa Senators, and he was saying, so after they had a lead. I think it was like a 4-0 lead or 4-1 lead it was, and it was late in the game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And he's like, with 6 minutes to go, they pulled the goalie, and so they put out there Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, Riley, and who was the other 4 they had, like Kadri or someone. And he's like, this is stacked. He's like, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose this game. He was so nervous with all that time left, and they actually did score 2 goals on him. They meant to make it 4-3, and he's like, and Brady Tkachuk was there, and he missed like 3 empty nets, and we were playing on like the last place Senators, and I was just like so nervous. He's like, I was having a heart attack the whole time, but they did hang on to win. So he said that early goalie pull kind of reminded him of that moment.
Yeah, that is a fantastic story. Love that from him. And I do wonder, RJ, if he wasn't trying to get the shutout, if he wasn't rocking the shutout, if he would have been more aggressive going for the goal,
he was kind of level-headed about it when talking. He said, like, look, if I get a good chance, I'm going for it. But that one wasn't really a good chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And kind of given where he was behind the net too, he would have had to really move his body and maybe risk giving up a goal there.
Yep. No, definitely agree. Got a couple super chats here. Gonna get to first one's from Light. What impresses me the most about Riker is he's playing this good with basically no practice time with the team. I mean, he had a little bit of time in the preseason, RJ, right? He was in there, he was part of the last round of cuts or send downs, I believe. So he did have that bit of time. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since he's been up there with the club.
That's right, but I think you can credit a lot of that too to the work that Riker has done while he's been with Coachella Valley. He told us when he got called up, before I think he played his first NHL game, that he's been watching just about every Kraken game this season, kind of keeping up on the systems, kind of picturing himself where he can get inserted into the lineup. So he's been ready for that when the time has come.
Yeah, no, and he played a fantastic game. I've already talked loads about him, RJ. I don't know if there's anything you want to mention.
No, I mean, it's the same as the last few games. He's just built on it, right? He looks
Yep.
so confident. I mean, you could talk all day about his play on the assist, right? The
Yeah.
kind of set play off the face off coming around the net. Perfect pass. I mean, that's another thing from Belmar, too. He said Riker was like thanking me for putting that in the net to give him his point. He's like, there's nothing else I could do. The net was open. It was a perfect pass. Like, you shouldn't be thanking me. It's just a great play.
Yeah, definitely. Got a super chat here from Jeremiah, the sports beard. Super happy the Kraken ended their losing streak. Just wanted to hear from you guys on the news of Greg Berube's firing. I know it's a different division. I was shocked it happened. Have a great night. First off, did you know that happened, RJ? And then do you have like an initial thought?
So I do know that it happened. I caught it kind of right before this game was set to end. I refreshed Twitter, and there it was. Kind of surprising to see him go after leading the Blues to a cup not too long ago in the grand scheme of things. But as we've talked about, like on Red Glare and other places, messages wear out, and especially coaches that really drive a hard line and make you play a certain very physical, tough way. That message might wear out a little bit quicker than some other coaches, even if you have the success to back it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, way to steal all my analysis there, RJ. But it's totally true, right? Team's struggling right now, and those are kind of the coaches that tend to lose the room first. The ones that answer tough times by being the hammer and then like the extra hammer, right? Instead of maybe trying to find a different way. Those tends to be the coaches that lose the room. And then once, an organization gets the sense that a coach has lost the room, you can't come back from that. Right. And so that's when you really see these coaching changes. I think with all three coaching changes that we've seen this year, that's been the scenario. And with the Kraken, where a lot of people would have expected to see a coaching change, we've been there. You've been there, RJ. Kraken, Dave Haxtell has not lost that room, right? Never once has it appeared as though Dave Haxtell lost the room. Players have always had confidence in him. And you know what? He made all the right adjustments tonight, RJ. That's another thing that I've been in here talking a lot about. I love all of the adjustments that they've made. Team looks so much more confident. Guys like Matty Beniers look so much more comfortable and confident out there. Had his best game in a long time, RJ. Haxtell really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, and this was also one of the longer morning skates of the season. The Kraken took extra time to work on things like breakouts and also special teams play. And I think from the vantage point of the PK as well, I noticed they were working on the power play and PK simultaneously, of course, and the penalty killers looked a little bit more aggressive this morning, and man, did they carry that into the game tonight and used it to great effect, just disrupting everything the Panthers had going on the power play. So you see that work that you can get in it. It doesn't have to be a full practice, even a morning skate. You just skate a little bit longer, after having the day off and make it work for you.
Yeah, definitely. And controlled zone entries, RJ. Sometimes it's all it takes.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? I don't know.
The Borgen stretch pass, we were just talking about that.
Yep, exactly. There we go. Dave with the super chat. RJ and Dylan, thank you for being here for us. Of course, Dave, thank you for being here and everybody and for the super chat. And then Kraken Spectacor with another super chat here. 100% win rate with Chet back announcing. There we go.
That's true. I don't like the implication of that he has to leave again, so that he's back.
Yeah, that's true. Like, how does that work? Would be interesting. Oh gosh, is this another troll we got in here again? Everybody, if it gets bad, let me know and I'll handle it.
Are the bots back?
They're not bots. No, they're.
Okay. It's just,
at least one's just a Canucks fan.
Okay.
Not happy we won a game, I guess.
Okay.
Oh man. Stratic, Panthers honestly looked a little tired. Is this the end of a road trip or something? Kraken Spectacor saying, I asked my wife if they're on the end of a back-to-back, had the same thought. The Panthers did not look like the Panthers, RJ. That being said, historically speaking, they just never look good against the Kraken.
That's true. I mean, it does feel like that's the case. The Kraken, even in year one, went and ended that Panthers streak. They just seem to match up well against this team for whatever reason. And yeah, in the first period, I thought they looked a little bit more like themselves. But as the game went on, it just was clear they looked kind of tired and a little bit off.
Yeah, some talk here from Coop and B and the Canucks fan about Kachuk, and yeah, he has started off the year slow. There was a thing circling around of all the like basically the unluckiest players, the players who have scored like
I saw
well
that going
below
into this
what they
game. I'm
should
like,
be.
well, he scored tonight.
Yeah, number one was Matthew Kachuk. So there you go. Thankfully, did not happen tonight. Very, very happy with that. Let's see here. Joey appears to have been the first star, though sometimes they spread the honors around. I mean, yeah, that must have been nice. I know, unfortunately, the media, we have to rush down there. Don't get to see the fish yeeted.
I
RJ.
actually did get to see the fish eat. I stuck around, and I'm glad I did. And let me tell you about it. Okay, so the fish eat was incredible. It was an epic fish eat from Joey Decord. So, Dylan, you've been to some of his games in Coachella Valley, right?
Yeah.
And you know, after the game, when they're announcing the 3 stars, he gets fired up. Our
Yes.
photographer Jen's got some great
Yep.
pictures of that, but he's pumping up the crowd like let's go. And he was doing the same thing here, and he got so excited on the fish eat that he
Mhm.
threw it. He like wound up and threw it, and it kind of stuck to his hand a little bit, and he threw it just right back onto the ice. And so that he had to go pick it up by the boards and throw it again. And so, of course, after the game,
Yeah.
he was asked like, "What went wrong on that fish eat?" And he said, "I just tried throwing it really hard, and it didn't work." So
Yep.
that was his answer. But then he said, "Hey, like eating a fish is harder than it looks. Don't make fun of me until you've tried it yourself."
I believe that we've talked about this, like how much they weigh, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things that go into the fish eat, so I definitely understand it. Stratic, the Coachella Valley players often talk about how the teams have similar systems and it facilitates being called up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like certainly with the way the Kraken played tonight, RJ, it reminds me a lot more of how the Firebirds play with that kind of attacking system, controlled zone entries, the way that it isn't just all about kind of bunching up and trying to go for that shot volume. It's another aspect of the way the Kraken played tonight, RJ. They were a lot more precise with their timing as far as taking shots. They weren't just trying to throw everything at the net.
Right, that's a big adjustment. I'm trying to like check over my shoulder now. The Twins are off to see what the shot count one is in this game, but I remember the Kraken shots were on goal
23.
23. That's pretty low, but they've got a lot of quality off of those 23 shots. And so I think you saw a big departure from what they had been doing the last several games. And as you mentioned earlier, Hackstall made a lot of adjustments. It looks like he made the right adjustments.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with Edward here, RJ. All things considered, I much prefer the games where the 0 is next to the other team's name.
Having just experienced 2 games where the 0 was somewhere on the scoreboard, I can say I prefer this one.
Yeah, definitely. Marquez, hey, Kraken remembered how to play hockey. What a game. Just got home. Love it. Good stuff there. Coop, I mean, the power play didn't look awesome, though, right? Like, I guess if there was one kind of like rain cloud amongst all the silver lined ones, RJ, it would be the power play.
Yeah, I think that's correct. And, it's still tough when you're down the personnel that they are. But yeah, the power play didn't look all that good. How many power play chances did they get? Was it 2? 1?
I believe it. No, it was only the one. So
Just one. So I mean,
right.
it's hard to get into
Yeah.
a rhythm too. You get one power play all game.
Yeah, and they did have 2 shots on that one power play, which is more than the Panthers had in those 2 PK opportunities for the Kraken in the second period, RJ. That one felt like, just watching it, when they kill off that second penalty, you just knew, like, you know what? I think that might be it for this kind of initial push to start the game from the Panthers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was a huge PK, and especially just because it wasn't that the Kraken just bent but didn't break. They were on their toes. They were ready to put that pressure on the Panthers, and it just felt like it threw them off. And it kind of threw them off at even strength afterward a little bit, it felt like.
Yeah, definitely. Love Chip going back at the Canucks troll. Lol, ring checking a 2.5-year-old team. Get real, guy. Sorry.
Let's see. If I move over, there's the Metropolitans banner.
That's true. There is a banner in there. That's true. And then Lindsay saying the video you took of the fish sheet is hilarious. The way it just leaves the frame and goes back onto the ice had me in stitches. I'm gonna have to check that out the moment we finish up here. Love that. Let's see. Players can't make the team next year until they can demonstrate yeet mastery.
That's something you should work on in the preseason. When you've got lots of time, just take the end of a practice. You can make it one of those open practices too,
Mm-hmm.
and just yeet some to fans before the season starts. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like the actual really cool fish. I mean, you could just yeet like a weighted sock or something,
Just ask the Kraken when they come back, for training camp at the start of next season, and you're just like, all right, did you practice eating the fish? See if anybody says yes, whether they did or not. Just like goes with it, that would be a lot of fun. Let's see. Coop killing those penalties so well, did so much for squashing all the momentum. Agreed. Daniel pointing out we do have a cup banner in our building. Very, very true. The power play was rough right until Riker got into the quarterback spot. His passing really changed how the power play went. I agree with that. I mean, his confidence is just growing game by game, RJ. It's really awesome.
Yeah, even when Schultz comes back, I want to see Riker running the second power play unit. He is the second best power play quarterback this organization has.
Yeah, sorry, I was laughing because I just read Edward's latest one, latest banger from Edward here. Joey rolled a nat 20 in goal and then a nat 1 on the fish sheet.
You know what? Balances out. I'll take it.
Sums up his night pretty well, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. Cody. I'm thinking the Kraken need a few more fights. They're at 85.7 win percentage when they have a scrap. Adds fuel to the fire. Thoughts and concerns. It's pretty interesting, RJ. We've actually had quite a few interesting little stats, such as they are 6 for 7 on bobblehead nights.
Okay,
yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, that's whoever found that stat. Great job. Good on you. Okay, thank you, Zoe. I'm gonna bring that up to the players. I'm gonna ask Alex Wenberg next practice. They won on your bobble, and also Alex Wenberg shooting the puck, becoming a sniper on his bobblehead night. Yep. Uncharacteristic. There must be something to that.
There is something so cool about when a player scores like a beautiful goal like that one too, right? And then just everybody stands up and starts shaking bobbleheads of that player.
I love the reactions from the fans.
So cool. It's so cool. Oh, love that. Love that. Like pointing out, at least the Sin City guy was funny when he trolled here.
Yeah.
Oh man. Stratic. It's curious how Seattle has won one Stanley Cup in 1917 and Vancouver has won one cup in 1915, and yet our cups to year ratio is so much better. More recent Stanley Cup champions, RJ. Let's go.
Let's go. I don't even know. There we go.
Oh man. Dave with another super chat here. I still hate the chip in charge. It doesn't work. I mean, it works at times. It works against certain teams. Like I said, it works really well in the playoff series where that damage that you're doing to an opposing team's defenseman can add up over the course of a series because you're playing that same team every other night. But in the regular season, RJ, I much prefer what they did tonight.
Agreed. And especially early in the game, too. I think they went with a little bit more of the chip in charge type of thing. But I think they realized the Panthers passing, and I pointed this out on Twitter early in the game. The Panthers breakouts early in the game were fantastic. Just the crisp, quick passing out of their own zone. I mean, you'd go in to try and get the forecheck started, and then 3 seconds later, they'd be attacking you through the neutral zone. I mean, really impressive stuff. Like that is goals. I'd love to see that from the Kraken one day. But the Kraken, to their credit, realized, okay, this isn't working. They're able to just pass right around this. We can't get anything going. Let's try and maintain some more puck possession. Let's get some controlled entries. And they were able to flip the script.
Yeah, definitely. Coop, I swear when he was trying to pass it off the pads and scored on accident. Just got a little too much air under it, RJ.
No, that was a snipe all the way. Like we joke, I mean, like obviously it was a shot, but we joke about like, well, maybe it was a pass. There is no mistake. I can't even make an argument if I'm trying to on that one for the pass. It was just a heck of a shot. Short side too.
Yeah, definitely. Cody talked about that moment after he scored. I think Wenberg became the fans' number 2 or 3 behind Gordon Decord. Felt like a true hockey town. It did. It had that kind of vibe of a moment like that. That was a really cool thing.
Yeah, and
Um,
I want to talk about
yeah,
the crowd real quick tonight because even before, the Kraken really got into it and got the lead and everything, the crowd brought it tonight. Like the energy in the building, it was weird. It kind of gave me the feeling like, okay, maybe this is the night they turn it around because it was better than on any of the games in the losing streak. Even early
yeah.
in the game, before the first goal, all of that. The crowd just kind of had this extra bit of loud, they were extra loud. They were trying to get in the game early themselves. They're like, we're not going to wait
Mhm.
around for the Kraken to do it. We're going to get into the game ourselves. And like the reactions, everything were super loud. Everyone was into it.
Yeah, no, it looked great on TV for sure. Light, I'd like to think Bob was thinking, this guy isn't going to shoot. And when he was like, this guy doesn't think I'm going to shoot.
That's good.
That is definitely good. Kraken Spectacor. We haven't really had any practice time. At some point, we'll have days off, and the rest of the league will catch up. Yes, I mean, look, and a lot of that did happen when the Kraken did have that was it 3 days off, or at least 2 days in between games. And yeah, I think that's going to do a lot of good stuff for them here. Let's see. This one from the troll. Dylan Dude looks like the guy off the Big Bang Theory. So I'm gonna assume that means I look rich and I'm funny. Um, guys, let's see here. When he had a heck of a game, definitely. And you mentioned the crowd, RJ. The crowd in here has been awesome, right? Got 144 people still in here. We're 56 minutes into the post game show. So one more time, thank you all so much for this. We've got 25 super chats tonight. Like this has just been awesome. I knew everybody was going to bring in RJ because the Kraken got the win, but it's been even better than I thought.
Love to see that. And I was so excited, even through all the player interviews and stuff, as much fun as I was having. I could not wait to get in here with all of you. I mean, this is great. This is what it's all about, right?
Yep.
After a big win like this, you're just celebrating together. Thanks everybody who's in here.
Definitely. Scott, Wenny's possession play in the corner phone booth is only rivaled by a few in the show. As the famous Malkovich once said, pay that man his money. Love.
Man, it's not just the quantity in chat, but the quality tonight
It's
of
been
the
so
chats.
good. I have to imagine some people have just been banking these, right? Think of
Yeah.
them sticking
Next
on.
win, next win. Yeah.
Yeah, if you were like a post-it note person, you just have like a wall right now. Probably look like that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme with Charlie, and he's just got like all that
Yeah, after
stuff.
8 losses, it's just
That's probably what Edward's room looks like, right? He's just had all these saved up waiting for it. Oh, absolutely love it. Cody, honestly, I'd want my first Kraken game to be with Dylan, RJ. Isn't RJ's knowledge really make you want to dive deeper into hockey? Thank you very much, Cody. It means a lot
thank
to
you.
hear stuff like that. Definitely, definitely. Um, all right, everybody. I mean, look, RJ, this was a heck of a game. Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything about the experience there tonight that we haven't touched on yet?
Oh, let's see. I mean, I think we covered a lot of it. I just keep thinking of how happy the guys were in the room after
Yeah.
this game. You could tell it was just a load off of everyone's shoulders. Joey's sticking around to tell us that story about the Leafs game and his first
That's
NHL
so
win.
good.
I
So
saw
good.
a photo being taken of like the Coachella Valley boys. It was Karche, Riker Evans, Joey, and Steven Each, who was the fourth guy. But they had
That
like
would
the
make
Coachella
sense.
Valley guys together, all taking a photo there. I don't know, maybe that'll hit social media at some point. But like the guys were so happy, they were feeling good, and this is really kind of the start of getting the vibes right.
Yep, definitely. Dave, the Kraken DJ Trunks deserves some credit for playing so many bangers along with the breaks. That's true. We don't talk about DJ Trunks. We don't talk about Benny Jarbars enough, RJ, but they kill it with the in-arena entertainment stuff.
They really do, and there's a lot of thought that goes into that too. Where it's tailored to it. I think after every game too, Benny Drawbars will like kind of tweet the song choices, and
Yep.
it's always related to the, to the opponent. Like
Hmm.
first song you played. What's it, Pussycat? Whoa.
Yep.
Like for the Panthers, perfect, right? So
Hmm.
there's a lot of thought that goes into that.
Yep. It
We're
was
lucky to
Under the
have them.
Sea. Under the Sea against the Sharks. Loved that one. That
Yep.
one was a lot of fun. Let's see. Fourth guy was Drieger. Thanks,
Oh,
Steven,
Drieger.
for,
Yep.
for
Yep.
shouting out
Thank you.
that one there.
So it must have
Uh,
hit social media already. That's good.
Yep. Thank you for that. Jules, thank you all for being such an amazing community. Win or lose, we are here post games together for sure. Everybody
Oh,
loves
also,
that.
on that photo, like the trainer was in there too. You can probably see him between a couple of the players. And I
Mhm.
love it. Joey was insistent. He was going to like take the picture, but no, he's like, you get in. No, you're getting in this photo with us. Like, it's not just players only. You get in here. And, made it very clear that he had to join the photo.
Yes. The other thing was, and I believe it was after his goal, RJ, Alexander Wenberg, just to kind of round out the night for Alexander Wenberg on his bobblehead night. You know what he does when he goes over to the bench, RJ? He asks for something. Would you like to know what he asked for? Did you happen to
What was
catch
it?
it with your 100x times zoom camera?
No, I didn't. I was too busy typing out the goal tweet.
Well, shame on you because he asked for some honey stinger chews, RJ. They're back,
That's a
baby. They're back.
throwback. Yep. Funny
Oh,
Stinger, call us.
yes, I was laughing so hard when I saw that. That was so fantastic. All right, I think we'll probably end it on this one from Coop pointing out less than 3 weeks till the Winter Classic, RJ. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, I'm
Cannot
so
wait.
excited. Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
been more chatter around it too. Just here, it's everyone kind of talking about the plans, rumblings about what's going on. I think they're still trying to get a junior game up there on that rink as well. Nothing
Mhm.
confirmed on that, but they're still working away at it. Just hearing about all the events that are going on around it too. Super excited.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Love that. Love getting to talk about Flatstick Pub too, RJ, right? I mean, it has to be exciting over there. No way anybody was going to be able to play duffel board tonight in there because I just got to imagine the whole place was jumping around. Too much energy, too much noise, too much vibration on the boards, celebrating the Kraken win.
Totally. And I get to drive by, every time as I'm going home, it's on my way back. I drive by there. I look inside from Mercer Street. Place is bumping, even like out after post game, hour after the game. People are still in there having a great time.
Yeah, well, and remember everybody, before 7 o'clock, you can bring your kids, have a fun night out, go play some mini golf, play some duffel board with the kids. After 7 o'clock, kids are out of there, 21 and over, get to have that other good time. So thanks again to Flatstick Pub, as always, for sponsoring these post-game lives. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thanks to everybody who gave the super chat. Thanks to everybody who left a comment, everybody who liked the stream, everybody who was here. Really, really appreciate it. Cannot wait to be back with you all on Thursday.